some good food in me first.
Whoa, buddy.
I really just did that on
How
camera.
much did you spill?
Not much.
I just feel bad because you can't have another one. Welcome to the Scheuneman Show, episode 34. I'm dying. I'm sick. It's the first cold of the winter.
And I'm next
He's
to
just
him.
taking it with me. He will have it soon, very soon. But the show must go on. And speaking of being sick and, dying, what do you want to happen to you when you die?
What do you mean, like what special?
So, okay, do you want cremated? Do you want buried? Do you want frozen? Do you want people to have your ashes? Or what kind of funeral do you want to have? Do you want it to be lit? Do you want people to be dancing with your dead body? Do you want people to... how would you want everything to go down?
I didn't even get that far yet, man.
For example...
Honestly...
I thought it might be funny to, put in my will that, 50% of my ashes go... Well, I don't want cremated.
So you want to be... I was going to say...
I don't want cremated, but if I was cremated, I'll be 50% of my ashes can go... the top half, they go to, my friends and family and all that sentimental stuff. The other 50%, I just want to ship it out to people I don't like and that don't like me.
Oh, that's a good way.
Give it
but
to
I've also seen a way of, you could, plant it and, have a tree grow or something,
My grandpa did that. He literally requested to have his ashes spilled on this garden in the church that we had his funeral at.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know.
It's cool, but at the same time, I think it was just his way of being I don't care. It's the easiest possible thing to ask for. You know what I mean?
I definitely want people to celebrate, not
I hope when we die, I can just watch people cry at my funeral.
I mean, like that, but celebrate the way I lived and
dude.
impacts and stuff like that.
We didn't even announce our guest.
I'm very...
We'll go back to this death talk, but we have Stanley
the second,
and he's just standing in here because he wanted to be a part of the show
with his 2 legs.
He helped out at the pop-up, and so we thought it was only right to...
Doesn't even have a Scheuneman sticker on his...
I mean, it's...
stuff.
His leg's dislocated, so I mean, could you be a little...
He's not a true fan or person.
I mean, at one point, I had a sticker on my car, and then after almost a year of having it on my car, it got a little loose. And
I'll always have a piece on me. My wallet's...
You should always have a Scheuneman sticker nearby.
Of course.
A gun. You need it to protect you.
You need to put it everywhere. So if you have a Scheuneman, if you ever get a Scheuneman sticker...
I mean, they're nice. They'll go on your car and stay on your fucking car. They'll go on anything. We got vinyl stickers. They're nice. It's the logo. But anyway, what do you want to happen when you die?
I mean,
Let's start here.
People to come. I want to be buried.
Do you want to be buried?
Buried, whatever.
Be frozen. Those are your 3 options.
Frozen sounds cool though, but
I kind of want to be frozen. I selfishly am well, what if...
this is what I would want. If I was gonna go that route, I would want I would want for me to be close to I don't know how to put it this way without sounding stupid, but almost dying, I guess. The doctors get a sense that you're shouldn't live soon.
Yeah.
You're not gonna live for much longer.
3 weeks, 3 months.
Yeah. And if in that case, I would want them to knock me out in a way, put me to sleep and freeze me, and see if in the future they could unfreeze me.
'Cause here's the thing,
and keep me living for longer.
I like that idea. So you pretty much want to be euthanized before you really die.
But I don't think that'd be cool. But I don't.
Probably expensive.
Yeah, that
also,
too.
You gotta trust that company that's holding your body is gonna take care of your body.
And then what if you wake up, bro? No, I don't even want that.
No. Well, that's the thing with yours, of being I don't want to be killed. I mean, I don't want to die and then be frozen. I want to be still kind of functioning and then knocked out to be frozen. Then you do possibly have a chance of waking up, maybe.
Well, not even that, too, but waking up into a whole new...
I want to be frozen because, not only... Okay. See, here's the thing. It might be a miserable life when they can cure you. That might still suck. And I'll explain why I still kind of like the idea after a second. But I just think that would be really cool. And I also think that in the future, it's not unlikely to say that they could either A, cure whatever disease I had, B, the lifespan of humans has gone up drastically by this time, or C, they can just move my consciousness into another body. That's almost more likely. Because that's like that's a thing that people are trying to do kind of now.
Because, like, bro, that's a whole different talk.
Elon Musk is saying that the Neuralink at its full potential could possibly like upload personalities and stuff. So who knows if it'll be you?
Yeah.
But it'll be someone just like you.
Yeah.
Like who knows if you'll remember anything before, but apparently...
You know how fucked that would be to try to figure that out, though? Because you'll never know with the personality, and they could just lie. And she's like, it's
dude,
me.
You just find out that every person that, like, had their personality uploaded into a new body is,
fake.
like, evil.
Yeah.
And they're, like, just...
They team up.
I remember when we had a birthday together.
Oh,
of course I do, mother. And then, like, you wake up, and you're just standing over her, like... scanning her body for...
So, directors, if you want a movie...
yeah, dude.
We could...
One time I had this idea. We could do it today. I had this idea that we could make up a movie on the spot in the podcast, like we did at Sheets.
Oh,
we could start by talking about that. Do you remember?
No, I don't fully remember how.
I remember bits and pieces. One time we went to Sheets, and it was like in the middle of the night, and we were just like hanging out, eating shitty food. Fucking probably under the influence of...
Bro, Stanley. Before we get... Damn it, Stanley.
Come on, chill the fuck out. You want to be on the podcast, you should be able to stand still for a minute.
Sheets food is actually really fucking good.
It's slept on.
Really?
You would think that a gas station mozzarella stick would be one of the worst things ever.
Honestly,
their mozzarella sticks are like top 3 or top 5.
I almost get that every time. And a rollie. Oh, bro.
You're a rollie fan.
Oh.
I get tricked by the breakfast burritos every time because I'm like, I had it one. It's like chasing a dragon. It's like when you're addicted to a drug and you're just trying to get that high one more time. I had this one burrito from Sheets, and it was so good. Like, it was so good.
Dude,
And then I tried to do it again, and it's been bad ever since. So you just chip your tooth on the mic?
Yeah. But, yeah. I hate that because I've had that. Oh, dude. I've had that happen to me. Even drinks. Like, making drinks, bro. You make that really good-ass drink. And then you try to make it again, and it's just shit, or it's not the same. And
I wish in Florida I was I felt up to trying Wawa food, because I've heard that Wawa food is like that. That's Sheet's competitor.
Yeah.
So we would be able to be like, okay, this is better, or worse, or the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm fucking.
He's fucking sick to the bone,
dude. Not to be so ADHD. Fuck it. That is the show. ADHD is the show. Okay, if anybody asks you what's the Scheuneman show, ADHD, it's just we're rambling. We're talking about thoughts. But anyway, I hate colds, and the reason I hate it is because every winter I'll start with like a cold like this, and then I never fully recover until summer.
That's how you know it's ass, when you know you're gonna be sick at
like
a certain time.
You know what I mean, though? Like, I won't be this bad, but I bet you money for the rest of winter I will have somewhat of a stuffed nose or something. I never fully recover from a cold.
I don't like talking about it because I don't do that jinxing shit.
Dude,
I feel like it does happen.
I do it every year. I'm a fucking expert at this now. I'm talking
like
it.
Talking about this. Like,
I'll get down to like 10% away from being 100%.
Good. I haven't been.
Oh, you're a healthy man. You don't get sick often.
I used to. I used to get sick all the time. And then I switched up my diets and all that shit.
I've been way less picky. I will eat really anything. But
I'll eat anything.
When I'm alone and I'm left to my own devices.
But you have to add good shit in there too. You got to drink your water. You know,
I always am good with water.
Okay,
I'm always. That's like one thing I'm better at.
Sometimes get a strawberry smoothie. You know, from like one of those good vitamin smoothies.
Well,
you know,
I usually take vitamins every day.
Or like vitamin. Yeah,
I need to get better at that. During COVID times, I was taking vitamins every day, all the time.
Yeah.
Today was my first time taking a vitamin for a couple weeks. And it was a little C tablet. And if anyone's listening, or if you have ever had a vitamin C vitamin, they taste like sour. It's the weirdest thing. Like if you put it in your mouth, you will immediately feel like sour.
Oh. But no, like I'll eat anything, but
bad because you can't have another one. No, I'm just kidding. You can. But yeah, dude, I'll get off this in a second. But like, oh really? What's going on?
No, you're good. Time out.
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna clean it up.
You don't clean it. We'll clean it up afterwards.
Bro, I'm not stepping in that shit. Keep talking.
This motherfucker, dude. You guys get to see the real behind the scenes nitty gritty, I guess. And I just gonna take note. This is my second time doing solo podcasting. Maybe we'll have one episode where it's just me.
No,
but
never have an episode
no.
where it's just Julian.
But yeah, dude, fuck colds. I will not recover from this until like fucking May. Like I'll be like, oh, I can smell everything now. But yeah, I mean these strawberry margaritas that you just spilled on the floor, they're pretty nice.
Yeah, they're gonna be sticky too.
And I feel like a real alcoholic because like I prefer tequila.
Bro.
That's one thing.
I should have brought my machine.
These are like there's only this drink and then like one other one. There's a couple of flavors of this one, and then there's one other kind of drink that has 10% alcohol in the can. I think the root beer, you know, your dad's root beer.
Yeah,
I think that's like 12. Every time.
Bro.
Every fucking time, dude. I'm gonna impale this person on a stick and then just feed it to an alligator.
But okay, so hold on. I was gonna say something.
This person knows I'm podcasting.
Stop. I was gonna say something.
All right, what? Let me just block.
Hold on.
This is crazy. By the way, shout out Marquise for fixing the camera problem.
Woo! But look.
What's up?
I was gonna say something.
What?
Do you hear that?
What were you gonna say?
Yeah.
You're scaring me.
Nah, I don't even remember now. I was trying to remember.
Holy fuck, dude! Did you just have a stroke?
No, I was trying to remember, but then shit started happening. I couldn't think.
You stroking out, bud? No, okay. All right, let's get back on track. So, where we last left off, let's start here. Where we last left off, me and Marquise had acquired some doobie tickets. Well, no. Technically, after the podcast...
We just completely switched.
Yeah, I know, because you're fucking crazy, dude.
No, you're crazy. There was something I was going to say, and then...
I'm still holding you to that conversation that we're going to have. We will have that conversation. Stay tuned. But, do you even know what I'm talking? Okay.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
So Matt's birthday was on the day that we recorded that episode. So shout out Matt.
Yeah, shout out Matt. Go check him out. Check out his music. He makes beat.
One of our favorite people to have on the show, indeed. And hopefully he's watching right now. Shout out you. But no, okay. So it was his birthday, and we recorded the episode. It was a great time. I had to go to work. You had to go to work. Matt was putting together this party for his birthday at this spot that I can't remember the name of. It was a pretty decent bar. Cheap drinks, and you got me there. So we went there after finishing work to celebrate Matt's birthday, and I just wanted to say that was a fun time. Maybe one of the longest times I've hung out with Matt. And I got to meet his friends, which were cool people, which is always a pleasant surprise because oftentimes I'll meet a new human and think, wow, we don't need this human. But
what?
all of Matt's friends were awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out Ben Bird, I think.
Yeah. I used to play football.
I want to have Ben Bird on, but
you used to know Ben way back in the day.
with Ben Bird apparently, and it was
I did too.
That was a throwback. You see me, big football player? No. But Jesus. I'm gonna hold him to this, and I'm gonna expose him right here live because I want him to do this and chase his dreams. He wants to do stand-up comedy, and he was telling us about jokes that he wants to talk about and his first open mic and everything. I told him, I'll go cheer you on. Let's go do this. I've always wanted to meet a person that wanted to get into comedy because I'm a big fan of comedy. And So I was telling him he needs to go do it. You should try it out. And then once he does it, he will earn a free golden ticket onto the Scheuneman show. And we could talk all about it. And that was really cool. Because, like, have you ever met somebody that actually wanted to get into comedy? I mean, who knows if he'll actually do it. I hope he will. But
yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm just assuming he will. So it was pretty cool.
I mean, I know people who joke around and be like, "Oh, you should do comedy or something," you know, like that. But never really someone's like, "I'm set to do comedy for a living," or like a dream, or you know, like that.
I used to think about it a little bit.
That'd be fun. That'd be awesome.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
It would be really fun. Cause
really terrifying.
If you do good,
imagine saying the wrong thing and then you just got.
Dude,
1,000 people in front of you.
Well, I mean, like, if you just say a joke and nobody laughs, that hurts. Like you got to really put some thought into what you're saying, and you can't be like hack. Like you can't just say the same shit that another guy's saying, but a little different. Like you got to think of your own premises. Too. You got to think of like how you can put a spin on something. Like, and if some people just want to be like so dirty or so wrong and like be anti-PC, but the only way you can get away with that is if you use logic and like have a clever thought on the whole thing. Like, if you can use humor and logic to make something that's usually horrifying and not funny, then that's a joke. But if you're just saying fucked up shit on stage, it's not a joke. So that's Julian's thoughts on being a comedian. But I mean, me and you, we need to start going to more comedy shows. Cause
we really do.
And it was fun every time. Well, actually, just that one, right?
Yeah, we just went to one together.
We got to meet Mark Normand and
got some pictures. With him,
yeah, but those pictures will never be seen by the public because we all look. I mean, you look fine.
No, I
look terrible, dude. I'm like looking two different directions. My face is red. My hair is parted. My father's.
I think
gay.
the best part about that stuff though is like being able like. I feel like we should start doing it in faraway states or something, like doing a travel, checking out places
for a comedy show.
Yeah, and then see a comedy. Yeah, that would be fucking sweet to do that like every once in a while.
There's some people I really want to see, like Theo Vaughn, but we'd have to bring Cole.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're just making moves on the.
Yeah.
I love Theo Vaughn. I would see Mark Normand again. Shane Gillis is hilarious. Like hilarious. I want to see Joey Diaz, but we'll probably have to travel to Jersey if we want to do that.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. That'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah, like, that's a good idea. Good one, Marquise. And back to Matt's birthday. I just want to put a little bow on it. We were all hanging out at the bar, got a little tipsy, but waited it off and ended up driving to go get some food later, and. It was a 3 a.m. night at Sheetz.
Yeah.
And dude, they fucked up and ended up giving them like $10 worth of extra food because originally their order was like 2 people on one order and it ended up being like $40.
Yeah.
Which was insane already.
It was.
And then they threw in like an extra,
they had a long ass list.
Pizza and a fucking milkshake and a fucking fingernails.
Something like that happened to me actually yesterday or a couple days ago.
How? What do you mean? What happened? Tell me a story.
I got some extra food.
That's what we stooped to. I got some extra food one time.
Let's not talk about that. But
all right. Well, let's next topic. Fucking yeah. Shout out Matt. Had a good birthday. I hope he had a good birthday as well. I had a good birthday time with him. I don't know.
No, but Matt's birthday was lit as fuck. And we got to actually chill the day with him, do a podcast. Yeah.
But anyway.
And I got to go to a new bar I've never been to, so.
They had like $5 tequila sours. And speaking of tequila sours, segue into the concert. That
oh my gosh.
We found the fucking tickets. We did like 2 of the searches out of 3, so we got 2/3 of the tickets, which left us with 4. Well, first off, we had a little bit of a mix-up of who was going to go in the first place. So we'll just say ended up being me, Marquise, and Robert.
Yeah, I had a friend that was supposed to go, and then he ended up
He drove an hour away.
Yeah, I ended up driving an hour away. I guess I didn't remind him, and he ended up driving an hour away and wasn't able to come out to see the show. Which is the crazy thing is, he called me like a day later. It was like, "Hey, bro, how was the show and everything?" And I told him about it, you know.
Well, let me tell these folks about it.
No, that's why I didn't say anything about it. But I told him about it, and then I was like, it's crazy because the person that was supposed to perform or that we went there for.
Hey, you're getting into a spoiler.
Didn't even. Oh, should I not?
Chill the fuck out.
Didn't even perform till later.
Yeah, that works. Okay, so me, Marquise, Robert, we all go to this concert. We have one spare ticket. Just to make things quicker, we didn't end up doing anything with that ticket. We tried, but we couldn't.
It was just sitting in my pocket the whole time.
And you could say that when we got there, parked in the parking garage, we had a couple of drinks to dispose of, so we did that promptly out of the automobile, standing in the parking garage, kind of shotgun / took shots of a few beverages, and then we went in there, and it was really fun. It was weird because I've been to Kemba Live on the outside part, but I've never seen it on the inside, so it was a completely different venue than I thought it would be. So we're on like the inside club-esque part of it, and I mean, we got there late as fuck. We were there like an hour late, and when we got in there, like nobody had started. Like it was just, I mean, there was this kid.
No, we got to talk about that kid. That kid was like a Kid Leroy look-alike, singer.
He was good. I just don't know who he was.
Hating,
I feel bad, but like, he wasn't like a part of the official show.
Yeah.
But when we got in there, he was like kind of opening it up and performing some songs.
It's just the best way to describe him, I'd say. Like,
yeah, I mean, but he was good. I was literally like, who is this? Because like people were cheering him on and stuff. I just like had no idea who it was. And so we're waiting there, and we're like, all right, let's get some drinks. And we've been drinking tequila sours ever since Florida. So we went to the bar.
Shout out Colin for me.
Shout out Colin for putting us on with the tequila sour.
And also smoked. Oh, we're not getting in that.
Oh, yeah, dude. We'll talk about it. But we went to order tequila sours at the bar there. And this lady was like, we don't have sour mix, but I could put lime juice in it. And I was just like, fuck it, I guess. Like, if she's recommending that, maybe it's not.
Was it lime or lemon?
It was some juice, dude.
Oh,
and
damn.
Let me just tell you, these drinks were fucking putrid. They were
horrible.
So bad, dude. But I knocked it back. I powered through it.
Yeah.
But dude, we had some horrible drinks, and which made it easier to share with Robert. Where am I? Oh, this is a good drink. Oh, can you talk for a second? I have to blow my nose.
Yeah. So we shared with Robert, and it was crowded, honestly, at Kemba, and so we squeezed through and everything, and then we got to go up to the front and be right there in front of the people performing. So after that kid, though, the Kid Leroy kid, we had a friend of ours actually we went to school with. He DJs now. Him and his crew. Do you remember?
Yeah, we saw. Shout out Latrell.
Yeah, Latrell.
Latrell on.
Who's the performer though? I know it is.
Shout out blank person. Ironically, I'm not. Shout out doggy. Like I don't mean it like that. Yeah, we saw Latrell, and I didn't really see him, but
DJ No Limit.
I saw a couple people that could have been him, and so I was like, oh, he must be DJing, because was that what he was doing, like opening it up?
Yeah, he's the DJ for but for that performer, I think it's like it's like
whoa, what the. Oh, never mind. I thought my dad was pulling up in the BMW that I was driving. I was very.
But yeah, he
performed. Get through the exciting parts. First of all, we're in the crowd, and we want to smoke. Everybody else is smoking, so we start looking for weed.
Oh, bro.
And we meet this guy, and he seems all nice at first, and he's talking about like, oh, yeah, I'll give you this weed if you can give me change for this, and blah, blah, blah. We had to go talk to some other people, get some shells, talk to some other people, get some change. It was a whole ordeal. But we eventually get this little bag of weed, and we start to roll it up. And halfway through rolling it up, which is like, first of all, a crazy ordeal in a concert, because there's a guy just kneeling with a picture frame that somebody
Not
randomly
just one.
had.
I saw multiple people kneeling down.
But did you see, like, this dude was rolling on a picture frame that I think his girlfriend had in her purse? Which, first of all, why the fuck do you have a picture frame?
They've done this not more than. I mean, more than one. I said not
Probably
more.
right. You're probably
They've done this more than once
for that reason. And so he's rolling up on this picture frame, and my friend puts a flashlight in my pocket so that the way I'm standing, the flashlight's just shining on him while he's rolling. And I'm like, okay, so I'm connected to this crime. And so we're just standing there. They roll it up, and then.
But you think about that though, like a crowd full of people. If people did come in, dude, you could just dip and weave through people so easy. Could,
but here's the thing. One time I was at it was like a big concert, like Sheck West, Travis Scott, Trippie Redd, like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Gunna, like a bunch of people were performing, and I was smoking during Sheck West's set, and the security guard came up to me. Well, he like waved us over, and the girl I was with was like, okay, and like walked over with the blunt. And I was like, why the fuck wouldn't you just throw it on the ground or something? But we walk over, and pretty much he's like, give me the weed. All right, now empty your pockets. We empty our pockets.
Was it crowded though?
Yeah, it was crowded as fuck. They were playing Mo Bamba during the time I was talking to this guy. And so he sees our jewels, and he's like, give me those. And I'm like, at first I'm like, what the fuck? And so I like give him my pod. And he's like, no, give me the whole thing. And I was like, this is a nicotine thing. Like, I'm not going to hit it. And he's like, no, you got to give it to me or else you got to go. And the show had just started. So we both just like, okay, fuck it. I paid such and such amount for these tickets. And so we give him our jewels. And he just leaves. So he pretty much robbed us. So sometimes they really are assholes about that. They weren't assholes at Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa, but they're assholes during Mo Bamba, apparently.
Wow.
So... yeah, we start smoking it, and then it's immediately obvious that this weed is like fucking K2 or like shitty weed or fucking Delta 9 or like it was just terrible weed. And so we like, our friend confronted the dude, and he's like, dude, that's mids. Like, this is shit weed. And then he felt bad and like literally gave him the rest of his weed, which was like 2 grams or something. And so that's funny. And so we finished smoking, and then, like Marquis said, we get up to the front of the crowd, and we're watching the show, and slowly but surely it starts to actually start. It opened up, I think the first real, like, artist that was supposed to be there was, like, Fulio, which nobody, like, you didn't know Fulio, did you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Marquis and Robert didn't know Fulio, but I've jammed No Stick many times. Which is the song he opened up with. So Fulio performs. I enjoyed that. That was cool because I have that song saved and shit. And then after that, I think it was Crash. I think.
I thought Kasky and then Crash and Doobie.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. So Kasky came on after Fulio, and Kasky did really good. And so did Fulio. Like, they were opening up really cool, and Kasky did a long set. And the cool thing about Kasky's set is people just started, like, throwing clothes onto the stage. And he was like, he picked up, like, sunglasses or something, and he put them on, and he was like, fuck it. I'm going to do this whole next song in y'all's clothes.
No, he had that mask. You remember he put on that mask?
Oh, yeah, it was like a bear ear mask.
Yeah.
Like, fucking weird.
He's I'm going to perform the whole song, or through the whole...
But he was like, everybody throw your clothes up, I'll fucking wear anything, like, and just perform in it. He said something like, I'll perform in y'all's shit or something. And so, like, everybody starts throwing shit up, and then I look over at Marquise, and he's wearing the Scheuneman belt. And I'm like, fuck it, dude, we should throw that belt up there. And you're like, really? And we're like, yeah. And so we decided to take the belt off Marquise, and our friend Robert, like, tries to get through a little bit of the crowd and, like, chuck it up on stage. And when he throws it, it, like, misses and hits, like, right on the floor by the security guard. And we were like, fuck. I didn't think we were going to get it back, but Robert ended up, like, using his camera to see where it was through the crowd, and he saw where it was, and he, like, mentioned to the security and like a bunch of other people.
He's like, yo, that's my bell. That's my bell.
Yeah, bro, give me the fucking bell. I need it.
Yeah, he grabbed it.
Yeah, they grabbed it and threw it back to us, and we were like, all right, well, at least we tried. And then after that, I forget why, or maybe it was just his last song or something like that. Caskey just goes, everybody get up on the stage.
Yeah.
He just calls, he's like, come on, just jump on the stage. This will be fun. And like people just start rushing the stage. But surprisingly, not that many people felt like they could. So like there's a few people here, a few people there. And then Robert was like, bro, I'm about to go up on the stage. And I was like, all right, fuck it. And so we start following him up to the front. And by the time we get to the front where he can jump over, you can tell that like nobody else is going up on stage. Like it's kind of like, okay, this is the people that are up here. Let's go. And then Robert's just like, fuck it. And he grabs the belt and he jumps over the thing. And like, I think he like accidentally kicked some girl behind him. Cause I remember some girl like pushing him. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Stanley, that's what happened. But some girl like pushed him over when he jumped off, like over the railing. And he was like, chill, it's a fucking concert. Like, and so he like goes up and gets on stage and they're cool with it. But he was like clearly the last person to get on. And we saw how the girl reacted to him jumping over. So me and Marquise were like, I mean, somebody's got to see it and record it. So we just stayed in the crowd. And dude has the belt, and he's like in the front of the stage, like dancing with everybody right next to Caskey, and he holds the fucking belt up, and he's like showing it to Caskey, and he dabs Robert up, and it was funny as fuck, dude. Robert was up on the stage turning up.
Hell yeah, he was lit.
And yeah, so he performs a song or two with them, and like I think Robert dapped him up a couple times, and they were just dancing, and it's funny because like. Shout out Robert, because people on the stage, like, they were having fun, but like you could see how Robert just fit himself into like the very front, right by all the cool like Robert was just standing next to Caskey, like fucking dancing and like flexing the belt and doing all this shit, and then other people are like uncomfortable up there. They're like, what? Am I allowed to be up here? They're like, this is crazy. And Robert's just like, you already know I'm up here.
Life.
I'm pretty sure Robert was throwing up fucking rebel gang signs. Because at one point, Fulio was like...
And then he walked up, he was like...
yeah, he was like, I love y'all, you my fans. But so Robert gets on the fucking stage. Yeah. And the Scheuneman belt is shown to the whole crowd. And Caskey... and then he gets down, and we're like, oh, that was crazy. And then Crash comes out after Caskey, which was a weird decision. But, yeah, Crash comes out, and this is where I get my motherfucking cold. I'm blaming you, Crash, because what happened was we're at the front, right by the railing. And as soon as Crash comes out, like the first thing he does was jump off the stage into the place between the stage and the barrier. And he jumps up on the barrier, but he's just, it's like standing on a tightrope. He's got no balance. I mean, I would have fallen my ass down. And, like, he's standing up there, and he needs something to support him. And, like, I was already, like, cheering with, like, my hand up and shit because I was right in front of him. And then he just reaches out to my hand and grabs it. And I'm like, oh, so I'm his support beam. And so he's holding my hand for, I don't know, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, he was talking to the
he went
crowd
to
and
take
shit.
off his suspenders he was wearing because, he was about to jump in the crowd.
Yeah, also, Crash was the flyest motherfucker there. He looked like he just left, like, a 5-star dinner. He had, like, a Gucci belt on.
Yeah, with his chains and everything. But he takes off suspender, releases, like, Julian's arm, and then grabs it again. And
yeah, no, I mean, I was
jumps.
Holding my boy Crash.
Julian's
was holding my hand for a solid minute, and he gave me a cold.
I saw Julian's panties after the show. They were a little wet.
Yeah, I tried to throw my panties up to Crash because, like, I'm his number one fan, and, like, I touched him, and I haven't washed the hand since.
And that's why he's sick.
Yeah, so I'm really sick because I haven't been washing my left hand, and
he keeps rubbing his nose with it and everything.
I'm convinced that Crash was, like, fingering some girl's booty hole right before because, like, I got pink eye and shit, and my nose is all stuffed, and all I smell is manure. And No, but truly, this cold just came out of nowhere. I woke up at a stranger's house and just fucking my left nostril was completely unfunctional, and I was like, "Oh, tomorrow's gonna suck." And I woke up, and today sucks.
Here we are making a podcast and
Making a
talking
podcast.
about our
The show
story,
must go on.
some of our life, some of the daily news, some of
And you know what we need to do, though, right? We need to bring the Scheuneman to Poland. We're so freaked out. We wanted to open the episode with just playing that chorus.
But so
we
brand new.
We don't know if we're gonna get copyright.
Yeah.
Just that, like 3 words or whatever. No, I'm stupid. I brought the walk to Poland. 6 words. Is that worth copyright?
Did you lose some brain cells?
Yeah, I did, dude. I'm on Dayquil drinking a margarita that I poured 1800 into. So, brain cells are thriving. What?
I forgot I had a drink and I want to grab it.
Yeah, go grab it.
We'll
just wait for you, you know?
Keep talking.
We'll just wait for you. Scheuneman's about to be in Hollywood, boys. I can't spill a lot of the beans, but the Scheuneman brand is making its way into its first movie. We're going to be in a movie, Marquise.
And I'm going to be there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you might see us, too. That's the other cool thing. We might be in the movie. Our clothes might just be in the movie. It all depends.
Just might.
I mean, the clothes are definitely going to be in the movie.
Of course.
Which is sick, dude. And it just makes me reminisce on we have our first time being in a rap song, which was fucking, like, that's just awesome. Scheuneman brand clothes is dropped in a rap song. And then we're about to be in a fucking movie. Not only will the clothes be in the movie, but the 2 hosts of the Scheuneman show will be seen in the fucking movie. Probably. I don't know. We're probably just going to be extras.
So if you want to feel like a fucking rock star, take your ass and go to Scheuneman.com. Scheuneman brand.
Scheunemanbrand.com.
My bad.
Go, support a local business that won't be local for too long, if you feel me. Like,
don't be naked like Stan.
Yeah, Stan Lee comes on and he's just like flaunting a bulge. Well, you need something more to flaunt. You need a calfskin leather jacket to flaunt. You need some upcoming collection pieces to flaunt. You need some fucking logo tees. You need a goose tee. You want to go to the gates of hell? How are you going to get there? Fucking, I got the coordinates right here. I can find it even if I'm not a local.
And that's a sweet-ass part. I ain't even going to lie. And especially, I've told a lot of people about that, and they're, like, geeked about that. They're like, oh, bro, that's fucking dope. Like, it's a good part to put. So, shout out to Juju over here.
Should we spill one little bean about one thing that's coming next collection? I'm feeling like spilling a bean.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's an exclusive bean right here at the Scheuneman show.
I feel like we should.
I'm just gonna say one thing.
All right.
The partial location of the next photo tee. Do you guys want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for the Scheuneman show exclusive? The next photo tee will bring you somewhere in Aruba. That's it. That's all you get right now. But the next photo tee takes place in Aruba. Shout out Colds. So that's fun. I'm not going to tell you where in Aruba. I'm not going to tell you what's in the picture. I'm not going to tell you why we picked that location because there's a reason we picked that location. But I will tell you that Julian took a picture in Aruba and it's on the next photo tee. It looks sick. But yeah, I really like that little detail. And now I feel I'm in a bean spilling mood. I feel like talking about what I just worked on most recently. Like the thing that I was just telling you about before we started the show. It's a little detail.
If you're in a spilling mood,
maybe I'll hold this because we're still getting it together. I was just messing around with drawstrings. I'll just say that. I was just messing around with different details about drawstrings.
Just say they're.
We're just messing around.
You just say they're just a different shape than usual.
Well, that's a bean right there. It's just beans being spilled everywhere.
Well, I mean...
No, yeah. I mean, we're doing stuff different like we always try to do. But, dude, I'm excited.
A different style than
so
usual.
I just wanted to give you guys some beans. There's beans coming out. A whole can of beans is about to be
You like baked
spilled
beans, lima beans?
I hate beans.
Green
These are
beans?
the only kind of beans that I like.
You like kidney beans?
No.
You don't like chili?
No.
I don't like chili.
Chili's all right.
No, I don't like chili.
My dad used to make chili, and it used to make me sad that I haven't tried it in a long time, and it's probably good because the spaghetti's good. So I feel like if he's got these little famous dishes he does, the chili's probably good because the spaghetti is literally
Spaghetti's great.
the best spaghetti. I will go on record as saying.
I still haven't given your dad his Tupperware.
I will go on record as saying that no spaghetti I've ever had matches the
Nah, bro, my mom
and
makes
flavor.
some
No.
Yeah, bro,
Let's
I'm
go head
sorry.
to head, right? Get
And
your
she
mom.
makes the Texas toast.
Bring your mom's spaghetti over here, and I'll bring my
And
dad's spaghetti,
All right.
and we'll throw spaghetti at each other.
All right.
Because my dad's
Food
spaghetti
fight?
is... Yeah, let's have a food fight. It's something I
All right.
regret not doing in high school.
Have you ever put banana peppers in your spaghetti?
That sounds good as fuck,
So
dog.
fucking good.
Oh my god. I love banana peppers, and I love spaghetti.
Oh, dude, it's so
I'm gonna
good.
try that. Stanley, have you ever had fucking banana peppers in your spaghetti? But dude, that's a genius idea.
Oh, it's so good.
You guys don't sleep on what he just said. We just told you what to do next time you make
Banana
food.
peppers.
I'm gonna do that. Holy shit! All right, you guys want to hear about the truck wiggle boys?
Yeah.
Worst story ever.
Truck wiggle boy.
The truck wiggle boys. I was just having a drive. I was going to work. I put this can down on the floor and then I pick it back up.
3 times.
So mentally deranged. I was going to work. I was driving down this long country road. It was getting dark. It was making me sad. I was depressed. Wanted to die. and I was listening to music, and then all of a sudden these people turn out in front of me. And it's like this little funny ass looking truck with like rainbow lights all around it. Like not like rainbow colors, but like all different colors flashing. And there were two probably like mid-20s, like my age kids in the back of the truck, just sitting
on the bed of it.
They were looking goofy, like if you sat up straight and I sat up straight, but we were like right next to each other. That's what they looked like in the back of the truck.
Yeah,
just sitting there like that. And I was like, I was driving behind him for a good minute. It was like a couple minutes past of driving behind him, just like kind of laughing at like what they looked like. In a nice way, you know. And so there's this thing that me and my brother have always done when we drive our cars together. We like to be goofy. We'll just wiggle the steering wheel like left to right, and it makes your car just go whoop, 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 whoop. Like it's like a dramatic swerve that just keeps happening.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to have some fun. And I was right behind them. I played Jiggle Jiggle, that my money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. Don't copyright us. So I played that song on blast, put my windows down, and started doing the car wiggle thing, just swerving back and forth. And they were dead. They started laughing their asses off. They're like, what the fuck? Because they don't know me.
These guys on crack.
They just see me driving regularly, and then all of a sudden I just blast music and start wiggling the car.
Just wiggling.
So they start shaking their heads like this. They're like trying to tell me to do it whenever I stop. Like I'll stop for a second, and then they'll be laughing, and then look at me, put the camera on, and then do this wiggle thing with their head. Like,
wiggle, bro, wiggle.
Do the wiggle thing. And so I just kept doing shit like that. I was fucking with them. They were laughing and shit. It felt like a good human connection. And then we got to a light, and it was funny because they were like motioning me to get in the back of the truck. And I was like, I'm in my car. I can't just leave my car at this red light.
Yeah.
But they were like, hop in. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, dude, I just got scared.
Bro, I want to get a pickup truck, and I want to do that thing where, have you ever seen,
if a Jehovah's Witness came up to the door and just knocked, would we just invite him in on the podcast?
That'd be sweet.
I would do that.
Yeah, I mean, if they were down, I'd be down. But I want to get a pool. I want to make a pool in the bed of a truck and go riding in it.
That's the trashiest thing I've ever heard, but I would love to do that.
Don't ever say that to
You
me.
know that's trashy.
That's not trashy, bro.
Putting a pool.
I'm living my life.
No, it's a genius idea. It's probably so much fun, but it's...
You know what's trashy?
Putting a trampoline
that
in a
woman
pool,
you used
which
to
I've
be
done.
with. That's trashy.
Which woman? The man or the woman or the lizard?
The lizard. The lizard neck.
Well, I'll tell you, Marquise. Speaking of women, it's time for a segment in the...
Fuck, I think you set me up for that one.
Scheuneman show that we like to call What is Love?
What is love?
Marquise wanted to talk about
I did not want to talk. No, listen.
He definitely wanted to talk about
bring
love.
this up. I told him not to bring it up on the podcast. So it's all what he wanted to do.
No, so let's do a little interview-esque thing. We're just fucking around today.
So what is love?
I think that love, Jesus.
Oh no! What is love?
I wonder if the show, like when the show gets big, there's gonna be like a Reddit thread about who the person that's calling.
Yeah, the mysterious ring keeps happening in each episode.
Every episode, it's just like they get 3 calls and 4 calls, and then
that's back to back.
Yeah. So
you're in trouble. What is love? So
love is a complicated thing. It's really just a chemical, and your body like. I'm not trying to be too cliche.
Julian's actually smart about this shit. He knows what love is.
I'm not trying to. I am a lover. I'm a lover boy. I'm a certified lover boy, actually. But love is literally like a chemical, and which makes it feel literally like a drug. Like, I know that's like a cliche metaphor that people always make, but like when you're in love or like you're in that honeymoon phase, you feel some type of way. And when you don't have that anymore, you be like withdrawn and shit emotionally. So love is like this fucked up chemical that goes through your head that makes you think like, oh, I need to be with this person or I won't. I mean, if you want to get really deep about it, it's just your brain trying to get you to make babies. Because you're like, I need this person forever. I need to settle down with this person, make a baby with this person. But that's not what we literally think, but that's the reason that's in our bodies.
You're telling me my brain is taking control? No.
Low key.
But
we don't love these hoes.
But look.
But sometimes we love these hoes.
Not to be ADHD like you always say, you know.
This show is ADHD. I thought about naming the show
when
ADHD.
you bring up that stuff, it reminds me of the cat thing you told me. So can you bring that story out about how the parasite thing with the cat?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's nice, ADHD. What he's talking about is, you got a cat at home? If you got a cat at home and it shits in a litter box, there's like a 75% chance that in that shit, there's like spores that are like parasitic spores. I don't know if it's literally
So if you love your cat.
No, listen. So like there's shit that goes in their shit and it releases into the air, and it's like a parasite that goes into your brain. And that parasite goes into your brain. It won't kill you. It won't make you sick, but it will make you act like, I think it's like 10% more risky. Like, it's like, if you normally drive the speed limit and the speed limit is like 45, the theory is that this parasite will be like, it'll make you start thinking like, I can just go 50. I can go 55. Like,
why not?
The connection they always make is like, it'll make you this parasite gets into your brain and makes you act more risky, and that comes out in ways like speeding or like just doing things that you wouldn't typically do. But it's such a subtle thing that, yeah, you can control it, but the fact is there's something in your brain that's going to make you act with more risk, and like 80% of us have it. Like, it's in I'm almost positive I have it.
I've had cats for so long, and I've had dogs.
I have to have it. I've been around so many cats. So many
damn litter boxes I've cleaned in my lifetime.
Dog. You know how fucked up the litter box in my house is. But yeah, no. So that's the crazy thing. Most house cats are releasing a brain invading parasite that'll make you fucking go 5 over the speed limit. Which brings me to my no, you don't get to escape that easily. What do you think love is? What
do you mean? What do I think love is? That's hard.
Let me ask you this question: what's the first thought or feeling you get that makes you think, "Oh, I am in love"?
A boner. No, I had to.
Family.
I had to. Look.
What?
What do you mean?
Okay.
I get a feeling.
So you say you're
like
dating.
My heart starts to flutter.
But that'll happen on the first date.
Okay, so first date, I just meet this girl, and what are you saying? Like, I think like, oh, I'm gonna fall in love.
So you say you know this girl for 3 weeks.
I know this girl for 3 weeks.
2 months.
Yep.
And you've been having these feelings like, oh, I really like hanging out with this girl, or oh, this has been so much fun, or I want to see this girl all the time. But like,
I mean, at that place,
there's a certain point when you're like, I like this girl
love.
a lot, to where like, oh, I know that I love this girl.
So obviously, 3 weeks, you're still getting to know each other and everything. I mean, like, I get in this relationship. I mean, hopefully we'd commit some things to each other, like, like a relationship. I wouldn't want to be like the love. I mean, like, I don't know, because I'm not the one to be like, oh, you said I love you in the first couple weeks. That's weird. I'm the type, like, I love you for who you are. I don't love you for, like, the love. Like, I will tell my friends I love you. I will tell a random person I love them.
Tell me you don't mean it when you love me?
No, I mean it, but it's not necessarily like, oh, it's, people make it weird, I feel like. Like, you have to mean it. You have to, like, oh, so you know what love is.
Love more lightly.
I guess in a way, like, there's difference when you really commit yourself to me than when you say I love you. It's like saying sorry to somebody.
It's almost like, are you saying that you prefer, okay.
Like, say you come up, you say sorry, people say, oh, well, sorry doesn't fix anything.
Yeah.
But you still, like, you can say you love me, but it's how you express it. It's how you show that you truly love me and you do
Next
things.
Next question. Marquise, if you were in a relationship with a girl, and you could only pick one, like, you get a little bit of both, but like one is going to be like 80% of what you get. Are you picking love or loyalty?
Wait, say that again one more time.
You're with a girl and you're in a relationship, and you have to pick, in this relationship, I'm going to get like 80% of this and 20% of the other. And those two options are loyalty or love. So do you want 80% loyalty, 20% love, or 80% love, 20% loyalty?
I'd probably have the loyalty. Like, if actually, like, she'll 80%, like, not fuck around at all. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I'd rather her be like,
loyalty is like truth.
Treat me like a best friend in a way. I don't know how to put that, because that's so hard. Like, not love. So the love is usually like,
speak from your heart.
I don't know. When I think of you saying love,
Savage,
when you put love
loyalty
that way, I'm thinking of like her treating me right, or like I said, like,
I mean, like, okay, this is like,
because like love isn't loyalty, because you have to love someone to get that loyalty anyway. If you don't love the person, you're gonna fuck around and you're just there for the relationship.
There is some love,
There's
because
just so much
it wouldn't make sense to have only loyalty, because you have to have some love. But I think one way to think of it is like, there's a girl that's gonna be obsessed with you.
You explained it.
And be so in love with you that they don't want to share you with anybody else, and like they're just infatuated.
Wait,
with
this
you.
is loyalty or
this is
love? All right, okay.
But then like the loyalty would be like, I'm going to be 100% straight up with you at all times. I'm going to tell you what I think you do right. I'm going to tell you what you think you do wrong. I'm going to stick by your side, and if I'm not going to stick by your side, I'll tell you. Like, it's like straight up loyalty.
So I'd say the way I say it, because I've experienced an obsessive type of way. I guess, like,
it's not good.
Both of us were obsessive over the relationship, and we were up each other's asses all the time, which is not bad. It's okay, but when you can see a difference, I feel like you can really notice. Like, you should probably change it up, and like, if you want that person,
want a girl that's like literally just,
because a lot of reasons why things end is because you're always with each other doing the same thing, always doing, like, constantly up each other's ass. Like, you're just tired. You're getting tired of doing it.
No, it's exhausting.
But if you go and do your own thing and you miss each other and actually get that feeling of wanting to be obsessive, but you're not able to be obsessive with each other, then it's...
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So here's the next question, and then we'll end this love segment. Fuck, it left my head. Fuck, what were you just saying? Oh, God.
Fuck them and leave them? I mean,
we're going to have to end.
No,
oh, yeah. No. Here's what I was about to say.
I'm not being serious.
I got it, boys. All right. So there's always this thing of, like, you should never say you love somebody on like such and such amount of time. Oh, you couldn't love somebody after 2 weeks. You couldn't love somebody after 3 months. You couldn't love somebody after a year. Like, some people say all kinds of shit about when you should say, oh, I love this person.
See, in that case, though,
bullshit.
In that case, though, because not to cut you off, I just like
I'm asking you, dog.
In that case, though, it's
just
like
two real ass dudes talking about love.
It's different because, like, I'm the type. Like I said, like, the friendship is really key. Like, being best friends, it sucks, but, like, if shit isn't done dirty...
You're talking about being best friends with, like, your girlfriend?
Yeah. Like,
the girl you're with?
Say, I feel like if you're with someone for a short amount of time and you're like, oh, I love you and everything, and that ends everything, I mean, I feel like you guys could still be friends because you haven't even felt the real true love. You guys don't even...
But what I'm saying is, do you think you can establish a connection that is equal or feels like love in like 2 weeks? Because I believe that there's people out there that might hit it off so well in a short amount of time that they do feel love in that time.
Yeah.
But people take these things and they're like, love is when you're with somebody for 5 years and you still put up with it. Love is when you know everything about that person. But that's the thing, because
I can turn around and be like...
Love is just a chemical.
I can turn around and be like, well, I've been with someone for 5 years and I tried to feel that love and I just never got it.
Yeah. So love doesn't...
It was just an experience. Love isn't based on time. It was just an experience.
Love, that seems personal, Mark. Love isn't based on time. Love is based on your brain. If you in your brain you get these chemicals that feel like love to you, then I think, hey, fuck it, that's love to you. Now there's the other argument of like, don't mess.
That's why I say I love people for who they are.
The chemical that's going off in your brain if you love this person on the third date, but I don't think it's bullshit to say that like you could love somebody that quick, because like I said, theoretically, love is just a chemical that gets released in your brain. You can make the argument that the most of that chemical is getting released.
But there's a difference, though, because like you can love the lifestyle, you can love who they are, you can love the way they do a certain thing. You know, it's just like.
But I think if you're getting like raw, vegan, fucking gluten-free love, raw love, I think that is like that feeling you get when you're with the person.
The brain is crazy.
It is crazy, dude. It's fucking insane. The brain can do wild shit. I mean, we're not going off on this tangent. We can't, but just to shout out to how crazy the brain is. This episode should be named Shout Out. But,
shout out.
The brain is so crazy that if you have multiple personality disorder, there's all different kinds of ranges of this. But like at its highest, like when you have like major like personality disorder, there will be one personality that's allergic to bees. And the other personality not allergic to bees. That's how fucking crazy the brain is. Your brain can go through something that causes it to be like, okay, I'm going to do this. And it just fucking does it. And now they're saying that the brain is actually like mostly in your stomach.
What?
Not your brain, but like they're saying that like your stomach may be.
So trust your gut.
I have not researched this. I've just heard some things, but I know for a fact there's smart people that are saying like,
I mean,
like you can get a lot of intuition or like a lot of your personality could come from your gut, if that makes sense. Like your actual like stomach. That's in the fucking. People will be like, yeah, that's why they say trust your gut. Because there are times where it feels, I don't know.
Not to be goofy, but what about my penis, though? Should I trust
Your
them?
penis is a whole other thing because it'll take you down roads that your brain never would. That's the weirdest thing, dude. You want to talk about how crazy brains are? You'll think an idea is a fucking genius idea when your fucking other guy is telling you it is, but as soon as your other guy gets what he wants, other guy being penis,
you feel so ashamed.
Not only that, but you're just like, wait, where am I and what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah, not ashamed.
Like, post-nut clarity is a real thing. The thoughts that come rushing in your head as soon as you fucking post-nut will shock you. You'll just be like, oh, I was an autopilot. Like my dick was literally dragging me. My dick drove me here.
Damn, yeah.
It's crazy, dude. So the other day I woke up in a garage.
Oh yeah.
No, but Jesus. All right, you guys want to hear something?
I slept on the weirdest shit the other day.
Yeah, let's just say this. We've had a couple of good nights, good days this week that we love to talk about, but you guys don't want to hear any of that.
Oh, okay.
It was just fun.
Maybe I want to hear myself talk.
No, but I'm about to set the stage for you. Listen,
that sounds so stupid.
So we were at our friend's house, and Marquise had to sleep in one of the most uncomfortable positions I've witnessed this man sleep.
It wasn't that bad.
I think it was. How's your back?
It looked bad.
Do you want to tell the people how you were sleeping?
My back was good.
Do you want to tell them how you were sleeping and what you were sleeping
I was sleeping on a... What are those chairs? It's like a foldable futon. Not futon.
What do you call that thing? It's like a slouch chair. Like,
yeah, a foldable slouch chair, but the chair... Yeah, slouch chair, what he said. But it was folded up on top of bins. And
yeah, dude, this chair was being held up by a fucking plastic bin full of books. The legs were broken. It's like if I took the top of the seat and just sat on the top of a fucking milk crate and just slept in it.
But it like kind of like hugged you in a way, so you could like be in it, and so like, it was alright.
This dude was crooked like a pretzel, dude. He was sleeping like this.
I can sleep.
We were trying to feed him pizza, and he wouldn't eat it because we thought we like pissed.
I used to sleep on the floor just to sleep on the floor.
We came from the basement. They're right down there. We came from the basement. We used to sleep on couches. All right, fuck 12. That's this next segment. Fuck 12. By the way, Marquise, you want to know what your next producer? Marquise is a fire producer. He's learning every day, every week. But you want to know what you should do next or help me do because I usually do the posting?
Fuck you, what?
We got to like segment out these videos so they can, you know how you'll get like, if you open up a YouTube video, sometimes it'll be like, you click this thing and it's like, oh, at 10 minutes they talk about this. Oh, at 15 minutes they talk about this.
Oh, you fuck. Yeah, I mean,
we should start doing that. Or you should help me figure that out.
But like...
This segment's called Fuck 12.
Then we really got to start writing before and like plan this shit out.
We're going to publish this one day.
Yeah.
It's going to be the notes, and then in the back...
It'll be in the museum.
It'll be like a printout of all the notes, like a picture of it.
It'll be in the museum.
The other page will be like backstory behind that episode. And it's going to have Huli Graphics pictures in it. Bam. Sell it on the market at Scheunemanbrand.com.
Yeah.
So, this segment is called Fuck 12. Because... really, dude? The police in Ohio have never been that nice to me. When I need them, they don't help me. They've never helped me when I needed them. And when they were against me, they were fully against me. And I've been a good boy for a long time now, but I was a bad child. I got into dumb shit as a kid, and I'll admit it. I've grown up and matured, believe it or not. But I don't have contact with the police hardly at all anymore. But as a child, I got into some shit. I was reckless. And I know I was. But I'm going to tell you guys a story about the fucking Worthington police and why they be talking shit on me at 4 a.m, waking my dad up.
Wait, what? They're talking shit on you?
Have you heard this story?
I don't know.
All right, well, let me take you guys back. I'm going to set the scene. It's a dark, cold night. Nobody is in the streets. There's construction on the street of my father's neighborhood.
Car backfiring every time someone goes over it.
Yeah, there's plates everywhere. There's holes and ditches. They're changing gas lines. There's construction going on. There's a farmer's market about to happen. No parking on the street that my father lives on.
Fuck.
And so these like signs about no parking had been
Shout
posted.
out to farmer's market.
They had been posted too late for my father to see them, the good man that he is. He didn't see them, and so he's parked on the street. What a bad thing to do, to park in front of your house. And so what these Worthington police decided to do was they're like, oh, I'm going to go at 4 a.m, and I'm going to go wake Bob up.
No way.
To make him move his car because there's no parking on the street.
4 in the fucking morning, bro. What
4 in the
construction
morning.
worker is out working at that time?
Well, it was mainly because they had to shut down roads for the farmer's market.
Oh, at 4 in the morning.
They posted the signs the day before. And yeah, at 4 a.m, they want to go wake Bob up from his slumber.
How can they even see where to put the fucking shit?
So they go and they knock on this man's door, my father. And we have a little camera. Because people used to break into my house as a kid. When I was at school.
Yeah, and
they didn't want to rob me face to face. They wanted to break into my home while I was at school trying to get an education. Shout out Thomas. And so, yeah, we have cameras.
Shout out Thomas, no Edison.
Yeah. And these police, they walk up to the door. 3 cop cars to tell a man to move his car.
Bro, this is horrible.
3 cop cars.
That is fucking horrible.
At 4 a.m.
Fuck is wrong with people?
To tell a man to move his car. So this is Worthington. They go and they walk up to the door. And then, on this camera, you can hear them discussing things. What are they discussing? Oh, me and Colin.
Oh, this is that kid that used to butt fuck his
dog
in the back.
Yeah. They're talking about me fucking my dog, my childhood dog. No, so they're walking up and one of the guys is like, yeah, used to be here all the time. Haven't been here in a minute though. And then the other guy's like, oh, really? And he's like, yep. He's got 2 sons. Older son, usually been pretty good. Covered in tattoos though. And he's like, oh, really? He's like, yep. Covered in ink, but he's all right, or something like that. And,
he's all right.
And then the other guy goes, yeah, used to be here a lot for the younger one as a juvenile. And then the guy goes, oh, really? And they're knocking on the door at 4 a.m. with 2 cars back up and 2 cops at the fucking door at 4 a.m. to wake my father up from his slumber. And then they're talking about how I used to be trouble as a child, and I used to get the cops called here, but we haven't seen him in a while.
It was like once or twice, 3 times, Mac.
You were here for a few of them, but there was a time. Here's what fucked it all up. I'm not putting blame on anybody, but
more than 5.
Wait. What fucked it all up is, yes, most of my childhood didn't consist of really any police encounters except maybe 4 or 5. But for like minor stuff. It's always been minor stuff. But there was one summer that I was like my parents had pretty much had enough. I was acting extra crazy. I was staying the night at my girlfriend at the time's house, and I was practically moved in there, but like they were confused and
bless you.
They usually come in 3s.
Lucky 1. Psych. 2. Bless you.
God. Woo! Okay. So there was a summer that I was just like kind of coming home late, and I would pop up here and there, but I was like living in my girlfriend's, and my parents felt like out of control. But I wasn't really doing that bad of things. I was just like smoking weed and out of the house most of the time.
Yeah.
And so there was a summer where I would like just pop up here and I'd bring friends over, and my dad was like, I guess it's all kind of blurry, but he was pretty much just so pissed off and confused that Like, if I brought friends over, he would pretty much just call the cops immediately.
I forgot about that time. Bob didn't want anybody.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bob used to be strict as fuck for a little bit.
He was like chill for a while, and then there was a year where he was just like if I brought a friend over without like getting it like approved 5 times in a row, then he would just like call the cops.
Yeah.
And so there was a summer where I got the cops called here probably 10 times. Like at least.
Wow.
So the cops think of me as this like crazy delinquent. Yeah. And they're talking about like, yeah, we haven't been here in a long time though. And it's like, yeah, because I fucking grew up. I was a kid that was just fucking getting into minor troubles that were really like, it was like crazier than it. They acted like it was crazier than it was. I was just hanging out and not getting permission to hang out.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other thing. So they were just talking shit about me and my brother, mostly just me as a kid. And then in the middle of it, as he's about to say something, he's like shining the flashlight up at the camera, and he's like, "Oh, there's a camera right there."
Oh.
The other guy looks at him and he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's got a green light on. I think it's recording." And then you want to know? They shut the fuck up after that.
Oh my God.
As soon as you notice you're getting recorded, you want to shut the fuck
How
up.
do you not see a? I don't know.
And now, I try to be nice to police, but I've just had enough encounters of me being as nice as I possibly could, and then they just fuck me like a dog.
Yeah.
Shout out Bob, that's his expression. And they either don't help me when I need help, or they hit me with the book as hard as they possibly could for something I did. It's just, they've never been too nice to me. And so now I'm kind of getting fed up, especially with the fact of like hearing all these stories of the fucked up shit they do and how many times they mess up and kill people that are innocent. So I'm kind of done with them. Yeah, I mean, recently a fucking cop, what an idiot, dude. What an idiot. He goes up to, this is unrelated to me, but have you seen the video of this cop goes to like a McDonald's drive-thru, and there's a kid like parked about to turn out, but he's like eating his cheeseburger in his car seat. Mm. And this cop knocks on his door and he's like, "Get out." And he's fucking in the middle of eating a cheeseburger, and he's like, "What?" And he like opens the door and he looks at the cop and he's like, "Get out of the car." And he's like, "Huh?" And he like starts to put it in the park, but he was so nervous he put it into reverse. And so it starts backing up. And he's like, "Get out!" And as soon as it starts backing up, homie tries to put it back in the park, and so he's like rushing to the shift or whatever. And he just gets shot 5 times.
Holy fuck.
The cop just freaked out because the car started moving, and he's ba 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 ba. Right in the McDonald's fucking drive-thru.
You shouldn't be able to shoot because the car is moving.
I mean, he got like suspended or something, but like he'll be like, "Well, I thought he was trying to run. I thought he was grabbing for a gun. I don't know."
Trying to run.
But bro, if you see the video, it's
killed for trying to run.
Yeah, yeah. Just catch him later. You don't need to kill someone. You're not the judge, jury, and executioner. So like
that's like, oh, you get killed for not doing your job right.
Shoots him up, but literally, it's just ridiculous. And the kid, I think, is in. It went from stable condition to what's
critical?
Critical condition. He was in critical condition. I think he's alive, but yeah, he got shot a bunch of times.
That's horrible, dude.
Since we're on the subject, let's bring up another fuck up a cop did. In Colorado, they pulled this lady over, I think for like shoplifting or something. I don't know. They pulled her over, pulled her out of the car, put her into a squad car in the back seat. You want to take a wild guess where the squad car was parked?
In the middle of the road?
On the train track.
Oh, yeah.
On the train tracks, you idiot.
Yeah.
Puts a girl in the back of a cop car, handcuffed, locked in on train tracks. The
shitty thing is, I feel like he could have ran, got in the car, and drove away, but he...
Oh, no. They're trained to not do that. Because he would have gotten fucked up. But, like, that was the dumbest thing fucking ever.
See, in that case, though, like, he's a police officer. It should have been his life over her life.
I agree. That's what pisses me off the most.
You're
Maybe
fighting
this
for
is
our
wrong
country, kind of.
maybe this is wrong to say.
No,
but
not
their
in that. I didn't
fucking
mean to say
job
that.
is to put themselves in danger
That's
for
what I'm
justice.
saying. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Motherfuckers are killing people because they feel in danger. But hey, guess what? That's your job to be in danger. So how about you just chill the fuck out? And if you get shot, you get shot because you fucking signed up for it. You know who didn't sign up for it? The kid who's eating a fucking cheeseburger in the McDonald's. The girl that got put into a fucking squad car and fucking on train tracks. Or how about the girl that was asleep in her own bed and gets shot through her fucking living room? Like, or how about the guy that got fucking choked out on the street? Like, these people didn't sign up to get fucking killed. And you signed up to protect people, put yourself in danger to help people, but you don't. Oh, I can't move this car because of the train. Oh, but that's your job. Like, I'm not telling you to just, I'll put myself in fucking, I'll get killed.
You know what's crazy too is he has a whole radio. He could have radioed in and asked the train conductors if there's a train to come in, if he should have stopped right there or not.
Stupidity.
There's so much
he didn't think of that. He could have pulled what? No, you can't stop a train that quick. That's the thing. Because I mean,
and the shitty part is, it's just like, I don't know, like
it may be a bad example because the train example, I mean, first off, he should have just not parked it on the train tracks. But as soon as you realize it was on the train tracks and there's a train coming, I don't know if I would say that, yeah, you should go and try and move that car. Maybe, but, like, I just don't know because that shit happens so fast.
I mean, I'm not even a cop.
People that, like, have their own car, like, they're like, if you break down on the train tracks and you can't move it, just get out of your fucking car.
I'm not even a cop, and I know that shit's gonna take forever to do paperwork and to do all that. So why even have the car sit on the fucking train tracks?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to make myself out to be some victim or like, oh, this is about me. But like when I saw that video, it instantly reminded me of the time I'm in the back of a fucking cop car and a fucking drunk driver just slams into the back of it because they were in like a lane. They could have been closer to the curb, but they weren't. And I was in the back.
The whole life that's gone now. Well,
she actually made it.
Yeah, I was going to say she made. Never mind. I'll take that back. But she went through trauma. She has to.
You know how terrifying that would be? How long do you think she saw the train coming before it hit?
You know, it's crazy. If she gets pulled over again, you know how PTSD, for instance, is going to, like, she's going to be like, no, I can't get in the back of a cop car because.
Dude, here's the fucked up thing. When the car hit, no, I mean, this is all fucked up, but like when I was in that car that got hit, the guy was going like 50 miles an hour. That fucking hurt. Like, I'll be honest. Like, had my hands cupped behind my back and I got hit from the back, like with the hardest force. And like, I was just trying to get out of the situation. So I wasn't really thinking like, oh, I could probably get them for this. But like, they really just wanted to get out of, like, they didn't want to get in trouble. That's all they cared about. They didn't care if any of us were okay because my buddy tried to go to the hospital and they were like, stop being stupid and like shit like that. And they just wanted me to be like, yeah, I'm okay. I don't need help. Like, they don't care. And they never take responsibility for the shit that they do because they always get off. Like, it's
funny with that stuff is because they're trained to be, not to be like that way, but dickish in a way. They're trained to be.
Yeah, I mean, it depends
blunt with
who
you
your boss is and how they're
not be your friend in a way. But you know, like most of us growing up learn that, you know, you treat people with respect. You get, you know, like, you treat people how you want to be treated. So I don't know, like, you got your nice cops out there, and you know you're known for being a nice cop, obviously, because you're different from all these standard ass police. But like, honestly, if shit was like that more, I feel like it'd be different.
It's not hard to. I can't. It shouldn't be hard for them.
You don't have to be someone's
more about
friend.
Justice than just getting you on like technicalities. Yeah. When a cop is just trying to put charges on you because he can, that's when it's fucked up. Because you should be worried about safety. And I mean, yeah, if you're just blatantly breaking laws, I get that. But like, you shouldn't be just trying to catch people on shit. You should just be trying to protect people and help people when they need help. Like, every time I've needed help from a cop, every time they say, oh, we can't do anything about that. Oh, sorry. Oh, that sucks. Oh,
And it's funny because most of the cops you talk to, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to do that because all this work or something like that." But then they'll find a fucking excuse to go get someone and create a whole bunch of drama and do all this work for themselves when they could have been out there actually doing something that's.
You know all the times that shit's been stolen from me, and I talked to there's been a couple times where I had no idea what happened, and these motherfuckers just try to steal from me, or they did, and then I go to a cop about it, and then they're just like, tough luck, and it's like, dude, what? Like, it may be a bad example because I get, thefts are hard to solve, or there's not always that much evidence, but like they really don't do shit. Like,
yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
And then so it's super hard for me to be like, oh well, like, yeah, I respect you because you help people, like, but you don't. You've never helped me. You've only just fucked me, and I've seen you on video fuck so many other people. Just recently, there was a kid in Columbus that got fucking shot in his bedroom in the middle of the night because he went to grab his vape. Fuck 12. Like, I'm pissed.
So, just...
Not to mention, you got the racist fucking precincts who have been trained by racists. Like, and then there's just stupid... fuck. Whatever.
I don't know if I could say one thing is just announce yourself. Announce everything you can. And
yeah, I mean, I guess you have to be like, I understand that I'm half asleep, but I would like to hit my nicotine. Please don't shoot me.
I am going to reach for my nicotine.
I have to put the car in park because you told me to get out of it, idiot. Like,
even then, shit can get twisted. I guess best thing to do.
Officer, you put me on the train tracks. That you should move the car. It's jeez. That's the deepest we've gotten on the Scheuneman show. Seriously though, it really bothers me because it's like when you do something stupid and you make a mistake, charge, fuck you,
even
charge,
for a job.
And then when they do something stupid and they make a mistake,
they have the possibility of being a police officer still, and that's the fucked up thing.
Yeah, just
say you're at a job. Say I'm at a job that's cooking or something, right? I get promoted, right? And then I fuck up the meal because I didn't learn the right way I was supposed to. And I get demoted. These, like, I have the chance, but it's so...
fucked up a meal and got worse.
I fucked up a meal, yeah.
Got worse than what they do if they take a fucking
These police
life.
officers are out here taking lives, and they still have the possibility to
hopefully it's
get back
better.
on there.
Hopefully. I mean, do you know what the deal is with Derek Chauvin?
No.
I know he got a bunch of time, but I feel like I read something about him getting, like, a lesser sentence. Because that's what they'll do. They'll be like, yeah, this cop is being placed on leave or they're fired. But then, like, as soon as the heat dies down, they're like, you can come back. You're fine. It's just, oh, dude, fuck them. But it's really hard to go into just a random silly subject after talking about some real shit like that. But, you know, we live in this world. We got to push forward. So I will say end of Fuck 12 segment. And now we're moving into, does The Rock eat babies? So there was...
I don't know anything about this.
Dude,
so.
This is just a random little thing I saw, and I was like, this is insane. So recently, The Rock was going on like a big press run doing shows for his new role in Black Adam. So he's like a new DC superhero. And they're doing like these huge shows. Like they look like huge concerts, but it's just like a show. And it's like promotion for this movie. And anyway, during one of them, I think it was in another country. I forget which one though. There was like these huge crowds of people, and The Rock comes out and he's talking to these people, and then somebody holds their baby up in the sky. Like they're in the crowd and they hold their baby up and they're like motioning like, take my baby, take my baby.
What the
and so people take the baby and they pass it through this crowd of people. What like they were in the back and this baby is
dropped it.
Exactly. Or what if there's a psychopath that just snatches it?
Run. Like what?
Oh, dude. So they're moving this baby.
It's horrible.
And think about COVID, colds, fucking...
That's
Talk
a
about
baby.
getting a cold. That's a baby, and you're moving it through a fucking sea of people. Now it's you.
Oh my.
Anyway, if you need to get that, you can. But
I just need
silence
it.
This baby is being passed through this crowd of people, just a sea of people, and the baby makes its way to the rock. And he picks it up and he holds it and he's like, hell yeah, it's a fucking baby. And I'm just like, why the fuck would anybody? I love The Rock. The Rock's a nice guy. He's lovely. But like, why the fuck are you risking your baby's life to just pass it to a celebrity? And then also, like, how does it get back to them? Why does The Rock need to hold your baby? And like, I don't know. It's spooky, bro. I'm like, would you be pissed if you saw a video of yourself as like a 2-year-old being passed through a crowd to a fucking?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, yo, this one time I met The Rock.
I was pretty fucking young.
Passing around all these people. I was crowd surfing before all y'all rappers, you know?
Yeah, dog. Oh, dude, I was just like, what if he just fucking took it and didn't return with it? They give him the baby. He's like, thank you. Good night.
Jeez.
Fucking goes. I was at this concert today, and this family gave me their baby. It's pretty wild.
Started passing it. Have you heard about the guy that walked up and asked to buy this person's kid?
You've told me about this once before. Did he really, though? Oh, this was in Florida. We talked about this. Yeah, he offered him like $10,000 for their kid.
And they thought he was joking at first. They're like, yeah, you know, and then they're like, he's like, no, seriously.
Yeah, we talked about this. I was like, imagine what he was thinking, like looking through a crowd of people. He's like, all right, who would sell their baby? He's just like looking at people like, do they look like they'd sell their baby?
You had to be crazy to walk up and be like, yeah, I want to buy your kid. Like, what?
Yeah,
how do you have the nerves to walk up and be like, I want to buy your kid?
Legal reasons. He definitely was going to do strange things. Whew. I might be fucking... Oh, we picked up a hitchhiker.
Oh, yeah, I picked up a hitchhiker.
How about this? Let's figure this out. Who deserves the $20? Nobody's going to fucking answer because you guys need to comment.
Bro, I can already tell you who deserves it.
Listen.
First of all, I drove to the concert. I paid the parking fee. I drove back. And I drove the dude to his house.
After the concert, we were getting gas. And we were in Marquise's car. And he had driven from his house to pick us up and then go to the concert. And then we left we're getting gas, and randomly this guy walks up to us, and he's like,
it would be so different if I was driving your car,
bro,
and I drove him in your car, and you're like, and I took the $20,
dude.
You're making no sense.
No, maybe you do. I thought we would split it, to be honest. But so what happened?
$5.
This guy comes up to the car, and he's like, bro, we would never do this, by the way, usually, but we were having a good night, and this guy looked nice. But he was like,
3 of us.
He was like, bro, I really need to get home, and my phone's dead, and I can't call an Uber or anything, and I'll give you $20 if you take me home. And at this point, Marquise is like pumping gas or something, and I'm talking to this guy. Nobody else is talking to him. I'm talking to him. I'm like, all right, where do you even live, though? And then he gives me the address. Still only the only person talking to him. And and I'm like, oh, you live here? And he's like, yeah. It's like 3 minutes away. It's like 1.5 miles. And so I'm like, as long as you promise you're not Jeffrey Dahmer, you can have a ride with us. And he's like, oh, sweet, dude. Thank you. Here's a 20. And I was like, fuck yeah. I'm thinking at this time, oh, so I just fucking hooked this up with a free 20 to do like barely any driving, and nobody else seemed interested in taking this dude, but this is like a easy drive. So maybe I'll get a cut of this, but probably like 10-10, because Marquise didn't do that much driving tonight, and 10 should be more than 10 should be more than he even expected. And so I was like, all right, let's take him. And then we drop him off. He's cool and everything. And And once we drop him off, I'm like, all right, sweet, we got 20. And
even Robert agreed that I should get
like,
the whole
give me
20.
The fucking 20. I was like, oh, do you want to split it? And you're like, no, I've been driving. I was like, but $20 is gonna give you more gas than you've used all night. $10 is perfect.
No, what? $20 is exactly what I used that fucking night.
Fuck you, dude.
I drove to Roberts.
I
from
know.
Roberts all the way downtown. Which is
I've accepted it. All right, I get it. You want to take my money? Take my money. What the fuck? What are we at? 30 minutes.
An hour and 30.
I would be like, what the fuck? This has been the Scheuneman Show. I fucking love you guys. I'm sorry that I'm sick, and I hope you enjoyed. Yes.
Last week's episode, and I hope you go on ScheunemanBrand.com.
Enjoy this week's episode.
And this week. And I hope you go on ScheunemanBrand.com to go get some nice, nice.
Next week, I'm going to explain to Marquise who Alex Jones is. This has been episode 34 of the Scheuneman Show. We hope you guys are having a lovely week. Get ready for Monday tomorrow.
As always. Love you.
Love you, and ciao.